Hey, it's Monkeypuzzle on your screen again, and I'm back with episode 3 of season 2 of Monkeywrenching the Beast. Standing here on top of my little spawn base still. Got a few improvements to show you. I've been playing the game very hard and got to take a break to do some recording to show you what's been done, and if there's time, we'll do some more. I've got a whale on my head. It's a little hard to see from this angle. From back you can kind of see it too. I can't really do the third person too well, but yeah, I got a nice whale on my head. Anyway, let me show you around. I've been doing a few improvements to the place. I've been doing some landscaping, gathering an arboretum. Eventually I will have all kinds of trees up here. We got moonstone falling all over the place. I didn't know that Ars Magica was such a littering mod. I've been cleaning some up. There was a bunch that were trying to break into my base down there, and so on. And what's this big old tree right here? It's huge. Well, this is my lumber source right now. And you're like, well, how the heck are you going to deal with cutting down a tree that big every time? Well, I've got my Tinker's Construct lumber axe, and it's that easy. I don't know what that was, but it's super easy to get all this wood. And let's go around and pick it all up and plant a big solid tree again. Sometimes I can't make it solid because I need to get enough leaves to get enough saplings. But that's pretty cool. I still need to automate this. I've been running around still doing stuff by hand for the most part, harvesting cotton. Let's turn to something more innocuous like a log or a steak. Harvesting cotton and chopping down wheat and so on. I will automate. And oh yeah, I've still been manually collecting my ender lilies. And I did a quarry or two, and somehow some endstone ended up coming up from the quarry. I don't know if it was in a chest or not. He's always in the way right there. He likes to put his tail over these things. But if you put the ender lilies on endstone, they grow way faster. So, oh, I'm full. I just visited Numbers base, and he gave me all these presents of creosote oil and ender pearls. So these little ender pearls don't seem to matter right now, but I'm actually going to put away the ender pearls he gave me until I can get a little bit more ahead, just as a matter of principle. But thank you very much, Numbers. I will definitely use them. So that goes there, and let's pick that up. So now we have all 3 of these on endstone, and they grow in a game's week's time rather than a month's time. And once I do more exploring, I'll get more of these. You know, ender pearls are always in short supply in the beginning of a game. So I'll go ahead and replant the tree. Did I pick everything up? No. Let me finish my housekeeping, and I'll be right with you. Yeah, so I just go ahead and replant a tree like that. Come on, inventory tweaks, do your job. Yeah, this is a big old solid tree. And then I get a ton of lumber, logs and wood and everything else. Put these away till next time. Okay, so what else has happened here? Well, I have a nice new door that is tweaking on me. Okay, there we go. Little lag. Let's try that again. What else has happened here? I have a nice new door. It's a dirt door. How fancy is that? I know. Why would you make a dirt door? Well, I did, and I don't know. I've just got an immense pleasure out of that. It matches. And over here, we've upgraded a little bit. We've moved to hardened energy cells and hardened conduit. And for the most part, everything's the same up here, except this is now a diamond chest because it's so full of goodies, and that's not even all of them. And we got this chest for gems, and I'll show you why. And I'll show you why there is another ender chest on top of the hopper there, on top of the pulverizer. And if you take a look at these things, you can see I've been crafting all kinds of goodies. So yeah, things are moving up. How is our wood supply? Oh, it's full, so we don't need any more wood in here. We'll put it downstairs. Now I made a couple of these. Eventually this whole ladder is going to become obsolete. But yeah, I spent some wool and some ender pearls on these. Oh yeah. And I can just hop around to the different levels of my base. Eventually we'll have these going all the way up and all the way down. And yeah, like I said, we won't even need the ladder anymore. So that'll be cool. Down here in the enchanting room, I've been making great use of this thing. Before it wasn't working, and maybe somebody would notice there was a mushroom right here, so that's why I wasn't able to get to level 30. All I had to do was break that, and I've used up the XP quite a few times. You can see my tanks are empty right now because I keep enchanting things. Like right now I'm wearing Invar armor that I've been trying to build up the enchantments on. And if I don't like the enchantments, I can go over here to my auto disenchanter, and I can put anything in it and put some books with it, and it will take the enchantments off onto the books. It uses some power. I have it hooked up. These are just the little cover panels, just hiding my redstone, my hardened energy conduit. So yeah, those little steam dynamos are doing just fine, keeping that going on. Yeah, and so with that you can build up some pretty good stuff, like this bow here. Bloodwood bow already has 1500 durability on its own with the that string that you get from the heat scar spider, and then built up some enchantments on it. Flame 1, power 5, infinity 1, unbreaking 3, punch 2. So pretty amazing bow. Love it, love it, love it. And yeah, I can 1 or 2 hit most mobs with it, so probably never need another bow again. And then I have a glass door, which which I just shot my little flame arrow out of. I know it doesn't match my clear glass cover blocks. I can't, for some reason I can't find a clear glass that will work with the Carpenter's blocks, the Carpenter's door, which is about as far into Carpenter's blocks as I've gotten so far. But it's really nice being able to make custom doors, even if they don't exactly match. Anyway, so that's all the beauty I've been getting out of this room. And oh yeah, down here, that cow that I knocked off the top the first day, my little roommate cow was sharing the top of the mountain with me. He hung out down here on one block the whole time, so got kind of attached to him. So his name is now Edgeworth, and he got a little bit more space. He's got some safety here too. And then hiding in here is a sound muffler from Extra Utilities. Awesome thing. Keeps me from hearing him in the base. When I edited my last video, I realized how much cow there was in it when I was doing all that Tinker stuff. So now we have quiet, and I put one of these. Where'd that go? Yeah. I put one of these also with my Uvaraptor, which is why you couldn't hear him squawking over there, or her. Actually, I haven't decided his gender yet. And I also put him down there with all my cows. So now I need to get out of here. Let me turn into something that flies. Not a ghast. I think that might be too big. For purposes of the overworld and tours, the bat is the best. And yes, I've been flying quite a bit and loving it. It definitely makes things really easy to begin with, but to begin with, you get to flight right away, but I'm just gonna have to make up for it with cooler and cooler stuff. There's a hat here I don't have. Sorry, cow. It's the waterfall hat. Gotta have that. Oh, pool hat. So, and this is my OP rapier from Tinker's Construct. So, been working on that. We'll talk about that in a second. Woo! If I can fly. And I was curious who that was. Who are you? What kind of Enderman is that? Icy Enderman. What do they do? Besides fly away like everybody else. I wonder what an Icy Enderman would give me. And if I could be one. Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted. Oh, but we need this one. Actually, why am I still acting like I need Ender Pearls so bad? Oh, there's the Icy one. He's mad at me. Now they're both mad at me. Okay, what is that? What did he give me? Snowballs. Boo. If he gave me ender pearls, I wouldn't even know right now because I have so many of them. Yeah, these moonstones, they drop all over the place. And every time they drop, they with this big old crash, and they break a few blocks. Not as bad as Meteorcraft ones, but yeah, they do litter up the place. But I guess when I get deeper into Ars Magica, I will be appreciating them. So anyway, let me see. Let's take another opportunity while even if I'm 1 block high, to go into my dirt door. I love it. Okay, so we went through the enchanting stuff, the very top, that level and this level. Let's go down to this level. It's kind of the big utility basement. Let's just fly around at this height, so it seems like I'm 2 blocks high. So a bunch of stuff has happened here. One is I played a lot more with Tinker's Construct. I ran around in the nether quite a bit, and I got a whole bunch of stuff to make manulin. I got cobalt and ardite. The nether still lags quite a bit, but it's not as bad as it was. And I've definitely just found my little pace with the lag, so that I haven't died there yet. There's a lot of big bad guys there. But anyway, yeah, I've got manulin now, or supposedly I'm supposed to say manilian, which doesn't look like it. To me it looks like manulin, but anyway, manilian, or whatever it is, we've got it. And you can make cool stuff with it that has abilities just by virtue of making it with that material. And you can then augment it like these ones are here. So the rapier is one of the better swords because it totally just doesn't pay attention to the armor on other things. So besides being super quick, and if you right click with it, you can jump back. So you can go up to a creeper and go hit, 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 and jump back and press S and get away real quick. So it's really good. And I put 3 levels of sharpness on it. So that was a really good thing. Sunk a ton of quartz into it. But that was great because I was able to get a lot of XP with the quartz. And we might as well be me so I'm not so floaty. Even though I don't have the view bobbing on because it causes lag. It's not quite as floaty. Yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, the rapier. So put a bunch of quartz into it and didn't quite finish augmenting it with the lapis to get full looting with it, which would be great. There's all kinds of stuff I want to get. Like I'm trying to get a necrotic bone from a wither skeleton. So let's leave that there for a minute. I'll give you a preview. I've been doing some quarrying, and this is my sorting system. Let me store away all this loot that Numbers gave me. I will put that away for the moment. I won't touch it yet, but still very much appreciate it. I don't know how he got the creosote. I assume from a coke oven, unless he found it in chests and stuff. But he has a auto spawner, something we got to do real quick from Mine Factory Reloaded. You catch a mob, you throw it in it, you supply it with XP or mob essence, they're calling it, either from yourself or Numbers was using the essence oreberry bushes. So anyway, you've probably seen other people use that, but that's how he got all these ender pearls and how he got these. He can grind wither skeletons, or he can grind endermen. So that's a great way to bulk up on stuff like that. We'll talk about the quarry and the sorting system in a minute. But yeah, I was just going to grab some lapis. I'm not sure if I grabbed enough. Let's grab it all. And let's make it quicker on ourselves and turn this into blocks. So that this will go faster. And let's get full looting on this rapier. And we'll finish it out. Sorry I made it without you guys, but I just wanted to play around. And there's plenty more Tinker's Construct tools we can make. I've in no way made them all. So, and a lot of it was kind of grindy stuff like this. Will I even have enough? Can we do it? Let's see. Tink, 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 tink. Oh, we're close. We're close. Can we do it? Okay, I'm going to speed through this. Dank, dank, da dank, dank. Only 4 more. I guess I could have turned those into blocks, but I was too lazy there. That's why I did all that work doing that manually, because I was lazy. So, see, we do have a little bit more. How much did we need? We needed like 4 more. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. We're going to have a full looting rapier. After all that, I didn't remember where it goes. Oh, look, I only need 3 more. Yes! Okay, looting 2. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm not sure why that's not looting 3. So, yeah, we'll be seeing plenty more combos of the Tinker's tools. Very powerful tools. Once you have these, man, you don't need much else. It does take quite a few materials to get things like fortune and looting and that you can get through enchanting, but I guess it beats grinding for experience in some ways too. So let me just get this wood off of me, dump it in this chest to be turned into charcoal, and talk a little bit about the sorting system I set up for the quarry. Yeah, the sorting system was the first step in getting a quarry. I had to be able to deal with all the stuff it gave me, and then the other step was power. So we'll talk about both, and neither one is in the finished state. This will do me pretty well, actually. It'll be able to handle the results of the quarry for a while, and then I guess by the time we max this out, it'll be time to move to an AE system, and by that time we'll have more than enough materials to build it. We may even now. I just did a couple small quarries, was just getting going while I tested this, but I dealt with the mass storage of cobble, sand, gravel, dirt, not by throwing them away, but by creating the 4 deep storage units. I spent 5 ender pearls on these and got these. The deep storage units, if you don't know, they have a recipe that looks like this. So a little bit expensive in early game with the ender pearls. I had to wait. This is 1 2/3 harvests from my ender lilies. I tried chasing endermen around too, but that's just not always as fruitful. Even if they don't teleport away from you, they don't always give you a pearl. But it was totally worth it. You get 4 of these for it, and I think they can store up to 2 billion items. This one here is already holding 52,978 cobblestones. So remember in my last Monkeywrenching the Beast, I had that big warehouse just full of barrels in the beginning. And now I don't have to do that. Before I started recycling them with industrial craft and turning them into UU matter. Here we have the deep storage units. So, and down here I put these chests with each of the items that are in these. And the point of that is you can go into these and you can click and you can take these out, but there's this little glitchy thing where it disappears for a minute and comes back. I don't know what that's about, but it kind of bugs me. And you can either get 1 or you can get an inventory full, which there we go. And there's a little bit of lag to that. So, either one would work fine, but it's just a little bit glitchy storing things, and it's also a little bit reluctant to take them. I don't know if that's my latency or what, but so to get around all that, I made it so that these things can go into chests. I guess I am having some latency. Hold on a second. There we go. And I can just take this stuff out and use it. Do it however I want, however you can use chests normally. But the thing that makes this work is I've got the item ducts down below going to it, and they are off by default. These ones are back stuff right now, so I have to deal with that. But if I turn this on, it then turns those on, and they'll send stuff into here. If I don't turn it on, it won't send anything into these. So that's just to help me access them. All right, and then now onward to the ender chests. Got a few of them going on now, at least a few pair. So this one that's blue, green, blue is my input from the quarry. Oh, and this is just a chiseled glowstone block. I really like these. It's all about aesthetics. I don't know. The chisel mod is so great. You can get different kinds of glass and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, things come in from there. They go across these first, and they take out all those bulk items. And then after that, it's not so bad. I made obsidian chests, spent a bunch of diamonds on diamond chests and turned them obsidian. One, because I don't like the baby blue, but two, this is a little close to the outside wall. And if we got some moonstone or some, actually I don't know what that would do, but a creeper blew up out here. I think these are blast proof, and I would assume these are too. I'm not sure. But anyway, the item ducts go along, and the next one is this chest, which is, oh my god, it's empty. No, that's on purpose. This is the one that's on top of the hopper, on top of my pulverizer. So all the smeltable ores, let me get an empty hand here, all the smeltable ores get sent into here. I've got the pneumatic servos with the on the item ducts so that I can configure them like this, which is really powerful. Right now you can do that filtering just like this with at the price of a pneumatic servo. So that's not too bad. So yeah, I whitelisted the silver, copper, iron, tin, gold, lead, and ferrous, and so they all go in here and get smelted. And then this one is for some of the gems. So my diamonds and the Certus quartz and the ruby and sapphire and peridot and emeralds all go into here. And I set up the quarry. I'll take you there in a second, about 1,400 blocks away. I'm in a chunk that has everything. If you look at my my Opus map, you can see that, oops, don't want that. You can see that somehow when the world generated, I must have started out with a vanilla world at the very first before it got modded. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but there's lines all along here in the terrain, which really bug me, but it is what it is. But this area only had the ores that could regen, so I had to go out of town in order to start getting all that other stuff. So that's what's going on with that. But yeah, now I'm starting to build up my supply of these other things, and I'm doing it in an extreme hills so I can get emerald. And then, so yeah, that's just set as well by the item duct in the back. Just whitelist those. And then in here is the rest of the valuable kind of stuff. Yeah, we got all the Ars Magica ores, the Vintium and the blue topaz and the Shimmerite and Tinkers and blah blah blah, all the Thaumcraft stuff and the Apatite, which I may never use. We'll see. And then let me see, you saw this one, we got the coal and the redstone, and then this one was the everything else chest. So we definitely hit a dungeon and got some endstone in the chest, which was really nice. And some of these are just those little rock hives, stone hives, I forget their exact name, but these must have been other chests as well. So quite a score. Got some more armor, and then these chests, oh, except for this one, which is full of the two kinds of marble. You got the Chisel marble and the Project Red marble. The rest of these are all empty, except for the gifts I just put in there. So I got room for expansion. Notice that's noisy and that's quiet. That's because of the sound muffler that's in the wall over there for Edgeward. So that's the first half of the part of the quarrying was storage. The other part was power. So for the quarrying I've done so far, I used creosote with the forestry biogas engines, which I'll show you in a second, and with the ender tank. All this stuff I had to build up my ender pearls to get, but this does not fill fast enough. I'm out effectively for another quarry at the moment, unless I want to set up a whole matrix of coke ovens again. That's not going to work, and I could do that. I could do the 8x8 of coke ovens again. I did that, of course, after quarrying in the ocean for a whole bunch of times where I had enough clay to do that. But also, I just, I need to do something different in this series. So, searching for other power solutions. So, I played around with some reactant dynamos. I had an energy cell here that this could charge up. And the problem with the reactant dynamos is they need something in there besides the fuel. So, besides creosote or the other kinds of fuel they can use, they also need something, whether it's sugar or gunpowder or blaze powder or nether stars. So you got to go through the hassle of being able to supply it with something. And I set up this temporary sugarcane farm here, reed farm, whichever you want to call it, so I could supply that. But that's kind of manual. If I'm going to use sugar for that, I'm going to have to set up something here. So need to automate sugar. Unless I automate gunpowder or automate blazes or not even use those at all. We shall see, but I didn't get a chance to do a test on their efficiency versus other things. And then there's also the issues of you can turn RF to MJ, so you can use these to power a quarry, but you can't turn, at least there isn't an obvious way to turn MJ to RF so you can store it in energy cells. And not being able to store MJ in energy cells is quite a drag this time. So a lot of the power systems I used before are kind of obsolete because you don't have that buffer. Of course, I could just use all the charcoal and coke I've been making, but that's too easy and that's finite too. And you may notice I have not used any magmatic engines yet. I've been purposely avoiding lava so far because it's too easy and I want to come up with some challenges. So hopefully some creative thinking will come out of this. Anyway, let me see. Oh, this is just my little glass balcony here with the Tinker's glass. Oh, which reminds me of something else I can show you guys. Yeah, just so the mobs can't drop on me and I can kind of fly off my platform here or just look out over the valley. Is over here I automated making the blocks from Tinkers. Alright, I went ahead and melted a bunch of sand in there so I could demonstrate properly. Let's try that again. You unflick the switch, and once this goes around, here it comes. Ta-da! 3 basins get poured, and it takes just long enough to pour and to cool and to get sucked up before the next one pours. So now that'll just keep doing that by itself. And you can do this with any material in here. I just did it with glass because that's the only thing I've been mass producing as blocks so far. Yeah, and they all get stored up in here, pulled out by our friendly neighborhood item ducks. So yeah, that's the automation of the Tinkers construct. And then let me just take you over to my quarry real quick. This is just kind of a catch you up episode. Have to do another one real quick where we actually do something. But yeah, I just got into playing for a while and got a little ahead. And see how well the nether works. We may have some lag here, already a little bit of it. But let's see if I can do this with you guys. The trick with the end, or not the end, the nether is secret to success is to turn into something that flies and is fireproof. So a fire bat works well, especially because it's small. I could be a nether soul as well. But yeah, over here I got a little tunnel that is my little shortcut to the next destination. So I get some problems with chunk loading in the nether, although I get that in the overworld too. So just bear with me on that. Whoop. Bang myself into a block. And there's all kinds of things that want to kill me out there. If I can, we'll see if we can do a little brawling here without lagging too much. Here we go. Nothing fancy, but over here, woo, by this nether fortress, I just have a little portal. I put the portal over here so I have easy access to the nether fortress. Let's see if we can one hit anybody. Yeah, see, the bow is awesome. But the nether is just full of bad guys all the time. As long as I'm fireproof, I can just kind of run up to these guys and kill them. So I spend a bunch of time in here just kind of grinding mobs. Each area you get to, you got to kind of clear out. Oh, you're green. So the cheap way is to fly above them. If not, you can just get down here and get down on their level. I was hoping with the looting, I could start getting the necrotic bones. And the main thing I want that for is so I can get those Tinker's hearts. Those heart canisters that give you the golden hearts on top of your red hearts, and so you can get up to 20 health instead of just 10. Anyway, we could run around here and kill things. I seem to be doing okay right now, but couldn't show you too much before because of the extreme lag, but we get pinkies who are just like, I love how mad they get trying to get you all the time. And apparently you can tame these guys and ride them. And then, something's hurting me. Something invisible. What was that? Oh, that was like a invisible darkling. I'm not even sure where those are from. But when you get hurt as a bat or whatever you've morphed into, you squeak or scream like it. This can be a little disconcerting. But yeah, there's a lot of other interesting things in here too. Just a matter of time before a bunch of nether souls will start chasing us, or cockademon, or oh, there's a cockademon. Now these guys, apparently you can tame, and I almost did it once. It takes hellfire charges, which look a lot like the thing that it's shooting. And let's see, one more hit on you, maybe. And if you feed them those, they will be your pet, and you can't ride them, but you can. They will protect you, so that's cool. And these guys, I already told you, yeah, you can tame them and ride them. They're not the strongest beasts, but they are kind of fierce, and they will attack whatever's attacking you. This is the cobalt, so my whole MO in the nether is just to run around, clear territory, and then go get that. And then, oh, here we have the ardite ore. See if this guy's going to let us get it. Yeah, maybe he will. So yeah, just running around real quick, trying to grab stuff like this, grabbing quartz. I'm doing pretty well on blaze rods at this point. We've got our own flora and fauna here as well. These are the ghostwood trees, so that lag, and it might be because of all this green hellfire around too. We got the heat scar spiders. When you kill them, these guys turn into 1,000,000 baby spiders. See if it'll do it. There you go. Yep, and then you got to kill all those. And then over here, we've got the belfs. They make those weird little sounds, and they shoot those things at you. You know, so you can see I have lag in the nether, but I've kind of just learned its timing of it. If I'm not talking, I generally avoid getting hit too much. And it's got to keep eating lots of steak here. And you got to stay busy. There's no real peaceful moments in the nether anymore. I mean, the gas used to give you some issues, but now it's like totally beyond that. Let me cruise around for a quick second and see if I can see anything. Oh, here we go. We've got our first chase by the nether souls. And these guys, you just kind of fly backwards and get a little target practice on them. You hit them, woo, you get those nice explosions. And they get up on you. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but if you didn't deal with them, I'm sure it would add up. Get me some pinkies. Almost flew into that guy's mouth. And yeah, everybody dropped something cool here. So those nether souls, they drop, well, that time it was blaze powder. Anyway, let me get back to my other portal, and gosh, you know what? I might not even marked it. I'm going to get back to it, and then I'm going to show you the quarry, and we'll end this, and then I'll start making another video where I actually do something. Okay, I found it. Here's another new mob. This is the fire elemental. I believe that one's Ars Magica. And oh, let's see if another chance for a necrotic bone. See if I can get one on camera with my looting. No. Oh yeah, I've got the withers. It makes me squeak every time. Nope, just coal and bones and ooh, a stone axe. What a find, what a find. I don't know if anybody else gives necrotic bones. I think it's just the wither skeletons. Let's see. There's some darkwood trees over there. These drop potash apples. Um, and there's also the oh, here's one of these guys again. Yeah, it gets real exciting here, and I didn't eat any steak, so I gotta be kind of careful. And I gotta stop missing. See if I can get this one down. And one of these days, I'm gonna tame one of these guys on camera. Let me see, let me eat before anything bad happens. See if he gave me any hellfire charges. No. Cheapskate. Who's attacking me? Oh, it's a pinky. Get out the way. Okay, I don't have time to kill more pinkies right now. So let's head onward. And oh yeah, I didn't see any bloodwood trees at the moment, but I think I showed you guys those already. So although I didn't show you one with a leaf, I just showed you that one that was in my base. Anyway, yeah, this takes me 1,400 blocks away to the extreme hills. And over here, just got some simple small quarrying going on in the water for now, not scarring up the landscape. From here on, I'll probably do them underground. But yeah, I did get some emeralds doing it this way, and there's a whole bunch of land around here. Let me got to do my F3A again just to get the chunks to load. Alright, well they're still loading in, but that's a little bit better. Yeah, and I'm just doing it with I did it with the creosote oil, azo with just the forestry biogas engines, 5 of them. These cannot go into the conduit anymore from thermal expansion, so I had to make some, well, I would say good old Buildcraft power pipes, but apparently these have been totally reworked, and they don't have a lot of the bugs that they had before, like exploding. So we shall see. It's hard for me to go back to them because I left them behind because of that. But yep, now I'm using them again. And yeah, just pumping the creosote oil over here with the ender tanks. So pretty basic. It works fine. The quarry seems to go really fast still with it. This was 4 times 5, so this was 20 MJ. But yeah, I can't keep up with the creosote oil, so I'm going to have to play with power, which is probably the update I'm going to give you next time. But yeah, this one was just a quick update episode. I knew I would just have to do 30 minutes of talking just to get you guys caught up with all the stuff I've been doing. I've been having a lot of fun. And yeah, I was just giving myself the indulgence of just playing for a little while without recording. But yeah, I will have some adventures with you next time. We're talking about maybe going to the end. We've got the Dragon Mount mod. So instead of trying to kill the Ender Dragon, we're going to try to tame it. Maybe here's the power for my next quarry. We shall see. Yeah. Rewatching the Direwolf, his spotlight on the new thermal expansion, so I can get up to date with all the power. I got to do some tests myself too. The other thing about coming all the way out here for my quarrying, besides the complete world generation with the mods, is that I get all this new area that I can explore that hasn't been explored yet. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty far out. Ooh. Okay, wait, over here. Yeah, it's pretty far out from everything else, so I may be able to find my own roguelike dungeon or something like that. So that would be pretty cool too. And there's all kinds of fun stuff in the chests and everything else. So, yep, I'm having a ton of fun with all these mods. I'm going to keep on going. Thank you very much for watching, and let's do something together in the next episode. Bye-bye.